I think we can all agree that in order to lose weight, you have to be in somewhat of a calorie deficit. You see, when I lost 70 pounds in 7 months, all the way back in 2018, yes, I did intermittent fasting, I did strict keto, and I strength trained for 5 days a week. However, I did track my calories. So in this video, I want to give you 3 common mistakes that people make and maybe you could be making when it comes to being in a calorie deficit. Now, before we begin, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Tim Ernst. I'm an intermittent keto fasting coach who has helped hundreds of men from all over the world to lose at least 40 pounds in 16 weeks using my Keto Shed 40 coaching program. If you want more info on that, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description of this video that'll take you to another video that kind of explains a little bit more in detail as to how I could potentially help you. All right, so let's begin. Mistake number 1 that people make when it comes to being in a calorie deficit to lose weight is relying on apps and gadgets. You may have like some of these watches that you see people have, maybe you have it, where you're seeing that you're burning 500, 600. I've even seen people tell me, I've burned 1,000 calories today. Maybe you're doing it on the treadmill, the stair stepper. Well, this can be quite deceiving, and I'll give you 2 reasons why. The first thing that's very deceiving is a lot of these apps and gadgets are way off. They're not even accurate. And if you're going just by that, what this can do is that it puts it in your mind that you can actually eat more because you feel like, man, I burned 500 calories today. I burned 800, 1,000 calories. So this is going to allow me to eat more. And then you wonder why you've either stopped losing weight or maybe you're actually gaining weight. And it's because you're relying too much on these apps and gadgets to tell you whether if you're burning calories or not. The best way to really be in a calorie deficit is to pull it from your diet rather than physical activity. That's going to be by far the best way. Now let's talk about mistake number 2. What got you here will not get you there. Let me explain. Let's say you started on your weight loss journey, you're at 1,800 calories and you just see the weight flying off. You've lost about 20 pounds and all of a sudden you hit the dreaded plateau. It happens to everybody. It's completely normal. But you think that, hey, all I gotta do is continue eating my 1,800 calories. It's gonna come off. Wrong. You're gonna have to make some type of adjustments, okay? So that first 20 pounds that you lost at 1,800 calories is not gonna help you lose the last 20 pounds. You're gonna have to make those adjustments. Now, there's a couple ways that you can do this. You can slowly reduce your calories from 1,800 maybe to like 1,700, 1,600. You do not, and I mean do not, cut it drastically. You don't want to go from 1,800 to like 1,000. Yeah, you're going to lose weight really quickly, but guess what's going to happen? You're going to slowly back yourself up into a corner, and eventually you're not going to have any wiggle room, and you just can't keep cutting calories and calories and calories. And what's going to happen is you're going to downregulate your metabolism, and then when you go back to eating normal again, you're just going to regain all that weight back. So that's the first way to do it, is to slowly decrease calories. Another tip, if you really want to decrease calories, maybe you're doing keto and carnivore, is to pull back on the fat grams. This is going to drastically reduce your calories. Why? Because for every gram of fat is equivalent to 9 calories. Protein and carbs, it's only 4 calories. So one great way to reduce those calories slowly is to pull back on the fat grams. So if you're eating like 150, 200 grams of fat, maybe cut it to 100 grams of fat. That's going to drastically reduce your calories. So those are the 2 ways of doing it. You could slowly decrease your calories, or you could just pull the fat grams out of your diet, which is also going to help you decrease those calories. Now let's talk about the last and final mistake. Mistake number 3 is relying too much on discipline rather than creating healthy habits and in an environment. Okay, a lot of mistakes that people make is they're trying to be disciplined, they're trying to use their grit, they're trying to hold themselves accountable. In actuality, that doesn't quite work. Because what's going to happen if you keep certain foods in the house that are not good for you? You're going to get triggered and you're eventually going to cave in and you're going to eat those foods. It's just like a recovering alcoholic. Would a recovering alcoholic be sitting at the bar having a few drinks? Probably not the best idea. So what you need to do is create a healthy environment and healthy habits to make sure that you stay on the path to losing your journey. Look, The foods that you're eating that are bad in your house isn't what caused you to gain weight. It's what you did at the grocery store by putting those foods in your grocery cart. That is where you failed in your weight loss. Not eating the stuff in your house. It started with you putting the crap in your grocery cart. So do not do that. You need to set yourself up for success. This is why I try not to keep things in the house. I don't go to certain restaurants and things like that because I want to be in control. And if I have stuff in my house and I see it, I'm going to get triggered and I'm probably going to eat it. And that's going to take me completely off of my weight loss plan. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and always hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Until next time, I'll see you then.